All right, so let's move to 15.
The 7 angels with 7 plagues. I saw in heaven another great and marvelous sign, 7 angels with the 7 last plagues. Last because with them God's wrath is completed. And I saw what looked like a sea of glass glowing with fire, and standing beside the sea, those who had been victorious over the beast and its image and over the number of its name. They held harps given them by God and sang the song of God's servant Moses and of the Lamb.
Okay, stop there. There's a reason they brought Moses. So what do we say in the SCA? What's the theme? One word. Exodus. The Song of Moses is
Mhm.
basically realizing that you humans are the ones putting yourself in this fucked up world on purpose. There's no force that's keeping you here. You are propagating yourself in a world that is hellish. Okay, you got to get up and go to work and slave for nothing, and still they're making the shit even harder, and you're still putting more souls in it. That's the Song of Moses, to recognize that you don't have to do that no more.
Mhm.
You don't have to help the system to keep torturing souls. That you humans, not the Illuminati, not God, not devil, you humans that's complaining about this place as the same ones bringing all your ancestors here to go over the same torture over and over again without being forced. Just because you want to have some kids. That's why it's called Babylon or Babylon. It's not a city, it's not America. It's the function, it's what keeps the humans in the hell. It's the babies from their loin.
The loins. Hmm.
Okay?
That's why it's
So
represented. But that's part of the reason why um Babylon is represented sometimes as
a woman,
um a woman.
yes, because it's Pandora.
Mm.
In Zeus, they said when Zeus trapped the Titans in the lower world, Prometheus stole light to give the humans, because the humans didn't know that they were Titans anymore. They were living in a world of animals. That's where you get the
Mm.
Olympic Games and the light of the Olympic Games. So the Prometheus stole light and gave it to humans. So now the humans know, oh shit, we actually God's daddy, and they trapped us here, and we the ones keeping ourselves down here by multiplying ourselves over and over and reincarnate. It's like a cycle, perpetual cycle that we maintain. So that's the light the Prometheus gave him. That's what O7's page is.
The light.
The light.
Hmm. Thank you,
And
King.
and it says it looked like a sea of glass glowing with fire. That means that the people that sang the song of Moses, the people that listened to what the God is saying and understood the simple logic and followed it, they will sing the song of Moses. Moses rescued the Israelites from slavery. So the Exodus story is the same thing as the Nimrod escaping the earth, going to where the gods live. It's the same thing as Christ telling the humans, I'm not of this world, be not of this world. Don't bring children where the Roman soldiers are going to kill them in this world. All those things are the same thing talked about in different ways.
Mm.
That's the Song of Moses, is to realize that you humans are the ones putting yourself here. You could really rescue yourself by stopping to come here. That's as simple as it is. It's really simple. That's called the good news.
It's very simple.
So
Hmm.
keep going.
Um, so after Moses' song, after this I saw in heaven, and I saw in heaven that is the tabernacle of the covenant law, and it was opened. Out of the temple came the 7 angels and the 7 plagues. They were dressed in clean, shiny linen and wore gold sashes around their chests. Then one of the 4 living creatures gave to the 7 angels 7 golden bowls filled with the wrath of God, who lives forever and ever. And the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God and from his power. And no one could enter the temple until the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were completed.
Right. So at this point now, they're going to systematically start to destroy this side after they've transferred the souls to the other side. So that's what the 7 plagues is. The 7 represents pretty much the structure of the reality of this earth, this metaverse. So now there's 2 metaverses. So this ancient world, which is an ancient metaverse, they're going to transfer the souls from this one into the new metaverse that they created. I'm using metaverse as a commonly understood word so that people can understand the concept we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they understand that it's actually a holographic world, and their own earth, which they call Mother Nature, is actually an ancient metaverse. That's why I'm using the word metaverse. So at this point, they're going to start to systematically destroy this, and they're going to use the 4 living creatures, which is the 4 elements: the air, the water is going to be poisoned. The air is going to be poisoned with chemtrails. The land is going to be made barren and sterile, right? And fire is going to rain on them from weapons. That's what it means when it says that. Then one of the 4 living creatures gave the 7 angels 7 golden bowls filled with the wrath of God who lives forever and ever. So the God who lives forever and ever is your soul that's trapped here. It can't die, but it can be made to stay in a hellish world by tricking it to multiply itself over and over without itself knowing. And it powers that world. And it said the temple, which I already told you, the temple is a realm. So this realm is going to be filled with the smoke of the anger of your soul trying to leave. Your soul is fed up. Your soul, your agu, your gene pool, there's a consciousness in there, and it don't want to be brought here to suffer over as kids no more. So now it's acting out. It's fed up. So every time you bring more kids, it's going to bring more pain and punishment, war and destruction until you figure it out. That's it. So move to the next chapter.